Gulf, Quebec. Notice to airmen. Pilots are advised to adhere to noise abatement departure procedures to avoid low flight operations over residential areas. This is Lansing Municipal Airport, IGQ.
November 5135 on the downwind lake for runway 18.
Your altitude?
What's that?
2300?
We're good on that.
Lansing Municipal Airport. Automated weather observation 2131 Zulu weather wind 140 at Niner visibility 10 clear below 12,000 temperature 13 Celsius dew point -2 altimeter 3000.
This is Lansing Municipal Airport.
Alright, so we're good on that. I thought the winds had kind of shifted from the, they're a little bit more out of the southeast now. So that'll be good for shooting 8.
Correct. A hard time with my magic heading.
The magic heading.
Now, is this 3.5 miles from the actual fix or the actual?
From the fix.
Okay.
And then as soon as you lock in that fix, it's going to shoot you to the next one, which will probably be about 6 miles out to Sucos.
Okay.
Okay, and then from Sucos, I think it's 6 miles anyway, and then 6 from there, then it's another 5 into to Griffith.
Okay.
So it's showing you your heading and your distance from your next leg,
Gotcha.
not your total en route.
Okay. I have used the older GPSs that didn't have any of this, but it did tell you.
Right. That's probably because.
Cherokee 8160 Alpha is 5 to the southwest, descending 3000. Enter a right downwind for 18. Full stop for us.
Okay.
Traffic adjustment 135.
Most likely that was just like a direct VFR type GPS. All your IFR ones will usually be broken down in the segments like this.
Cool.
Especially ones that have approach capability. And not just en route.
Other than flight simulators or X-Plane, I've never used one of those.
Okay.
So thank you for showing me. Good to know.
Yeah, then you can at least say you've shot some GPS approaches. It's kind of fun, right?
Absolutely.
Now, but some of the newer, fancier ones, it'll actually start giving you a little
Start turning.
and you can actually see yourself on it and start turning it in. But what we're going to do here is we're actually going to go to the fix, even though we know we're going to be starting our turn in. We'll go to the fix until we get it, and it's going to say desired trek. It's going to change, and then I just like to dial it and start my turn in.
Gotcha. Okay.
Decal traffic Warrior 32403 is 6
Probably start our correction in a little bit here.
RNAV 20 approach.
You're probably going to blow through it pretty fast.
Wait, do we want to start going left now?
Well,
Or
what it's going to be is it's going to be a turn around. So it should lock it and then bring us around. So our next, see what it's doing right now?
Yeah.
Look at it.
Okay.
Next desired trek is 084. So it's going to start warning us about that. As soon as that clicks over, then start your turn out.
Okay.
I'll let you dial it.
Okay.
Yeah, good experience for you. And then start your turn around to the 084.
Alright, so it'd be easier to go to the right, correct?
That's right.
Scout traffic, Cessna 13108, turning final for runway 20. Scout traffic.
There we go. That's what it looks like.
Okay, cool.
See what I mean? So it starts flashing saying what your next desired trek is, okay? And then you dial it in there as you're starting your turn in. Turn, time, twist, all that fun stuff. So that stuff's similar to what you're used to with that.
Okay.
So you see how it's given it, that's what I wanted you to see. I don't want it to lock up on that and
I like that.
do that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, and now you see how we're going from the VPEX to the Sucos, and that distance there is showing us at 6.1. Yeah, right in there.
Okay. So my correction in.
And then at Sucos is when we start our descent down. Yep. And I think our heading remains at 083 right in there.
Yeah, 083.
you see we can't go quite as low, even though technically. Watch this, even though, don't break away from your approach, even though it will say, even though we're minimal and you'll have your hood popped up, watch and see how accurate this is going to bring you down to the runway.
Okay, now is it actually like the ILS?
Yeah,
okay.
It's pretty awesome. It'll bring you right down. Technically, our minimal is, I think it stops at, what, 1080 or something?
Yeah, 1080.
So really, almost 446 feet, 500 feet above the runway almost. But it'll take you down really accurately, very nicely. So just so you know, in an emergency situation,
okay,
you do have some pretty neat capabilities. Lansing traffic, this is Piper Warrior 2102 Charlie, 5 nautical miles to the southwest. We'll be passing by your field, traveling west to east at 2,300 en route to Griffith. Lansing traffic. You guys cut down quite a bit from the...
traffic, Cessna 54135 will be taking off from runway 18 and departing the pattern to the west, Lansing.
Traffic Warrior 2240.
Yeah, one more time.
When you are doing a lot of your work flying around Midway there, do you do a lot of your work to the south? Do you come out here to the south quite a bit?
Griffith and Lansing all the time.
Okay. And I have that traffic rolling on 18.
Do you?
Won't be a factor.
Lansing traffic, Cessna 135, this is Warrior 2102 Charlie, we have you in sight. He'll not be a factor. Have a good day, David.
You too, Jason. Lovely talking to you. Thanks. I got you inside also. Have fun.
A lot of times we'll go shoot and come back over, so I at least want to let them know.
City traffic, Sundowner 23 Lima on
This is nice.
4 mile
I like
final,
this.
runway 20.
Isn't it nice? Alright, we're coming in on Silk Coast in about a mile.
Approximately 8 miles.
Not quite a mile and a half.
Landing Andrews.
And then when we get to our minimal, you'll pop up your hood, but I want you to continue that approach down and in all the way.
Okay.
And Lansing traffic, Cessna 135 is departing the pattern to the west, Lansing.
Adding one little piece to the scan, but it's not really that far off, so.
Right.
Sorry, I keep hitting that.
Yeah, no worries. I have a little mount here, I can mount it up, but I just don't have it with me right now.
Yeah, I've got one of those RAM.
Yep, that's what I have. And then the next one, see how it's coming in on the next one? It's
Gotcha.
The same, but it's showing you it again.
Okay.
You know, and then as soon as we cross over it, then it's going to go ahead and lock in that next set. And then it shows us going all the way down to runway 8. See how it shows runway 8 now? That's the end of runway 8. And see how that came in now?
Right.
See how that's locked in on you? And if you get below and a high on it?
2 miles.
Now, do we have to identify that anyway, or is it already identified through?
Well, we're with the GPS, we're checking that. Yep.
Okay.
But if you, let's say you did a GPS approach all the way into a localizer or to an ILS, then you would switch from that, from GPS over to it. Like let's say you flew all this part and then you wanted to do ILS right now, so you could get down below, okay, if we had an ILS here. Then you'd make that switch identify, yes, okay. But in this case, nope, just fly the approach, down and in. And I'm going to go ahead and switch us over to, I'll tell Lansing that, you already talked to them again, so I'll switch it over here to Griffith and let them know that,
coming in?
Yeah. Griffith traffic, this is Piper Warrior 2102 Charlie. About 3 nautical miles to the west, shooting GPS, runway 8, Griffith.
I'm on, fuel tank set, mixture is set, landing lights.
And then if we were going mist, what would be our mist?
Mist is to...
Fly the airplane first.
Fly the airplane first, and then 2300, right turn 2300.
Okay. And we're starting to come in on our altitude here pretty soon. a little bit more, and then once you do bring it in, then I want you to go ahead and fly it down anyway.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Go ahead and pop this guy up here for you. This is what you would see. See how it brings us right over the top of those?
Right, yeah. Oh, that's low.
Yeah, so it brings us right down there. So you see how far to the end of the runway it will bring you. So it's pretty accurate too. I mean, look you're right on your runway.
Right.
I mean, if you were doing the localizer for runway 8, you'd be like way over there. And then you'd have to try to find your runway back. I mean, it's tough. If you're true IFR, it's tough.
True.
So let's just hold that altitude till we bring in our approach. Then we'll go ahead and set ourselves up for landing.
Okay.
See how it brings you. I mean, you're just
right
above.
here.
You know, so if you really had a ceiling, I mean, you'd be right there. Hold it right there until you've made your runway, and then down and in. It brings you right on the runway.
Yeah, it really does. Wow. Nice.
Alrighty.
Alright, flaps.
And Griffith traffic is Pipe Warrior 2102, Charlie, short final, runway 8, full stop, Griffith.
Would you mind?
Yep, I got it.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, let's runway still. No panic.
Oh, I'm not.
I know this runway looks a lot different than Midway.
Little bit.
I'm running out of runway. It's like, nah, we're alright. If we have to taxi up to the next taxiway, we can too. That looks like you got it. Nice even application of the brakes, that was good.
I was like that little...
Yeah, I know, right?
First time I found that, I went, whoa! That's okay.
Yeah, that's with the Warriors. I've never gotten used to it. I never have. It's like, what the thing? You don't get that with the Cessnas.
Griffith traffic, the Warrior 2102 Charlie is clear of the runway. Taxiing to the ramp. Griffith.
Feel pretty good with it?
Yeah.
I think you did pretty good. And you even got some of that stuff in there as well. So that's always good as well.
Yeah, that was a nice intro for that.
So,
and good.
I'm going to go ahead and take the airplane here. I'll just taxi it up here because they're going to throw it in the... They're probably just going to throw it in the hangar, so I'll just throw it up here.
Okay.
Then if you want to get the shutdown list set.
Check out everything done after landing. Carb heat off. Fuel pump off. Flaps up. Standby, landing lights off. Off. Shut down, avionics master off.
Wherever you are in the world, share your aviation. Share Aviation, a network for pilots by pilots.